Cherry Corporation is a Canadian company providing high-performance software products and custom client solutions. Cherry Corporation's unique expertise is innovating at the crossroads of geomatics and three-dimensional visualization.
Gnosis is our cross-platform software development kit providing real-time 3D geospatial visualization of raster imagery, vector data, and terrain elevation models. We offer our SDK for clients who wish to build or customize their own software applications. The SDK is built with simplicity of use in mind and presents itself in the form of a library of object-oriented classes. Data can be brought in from various map formats such as shapefiles and geotiffs and embedded within an application. A map client-server architecture can also be easily set up if limited storage is available or frequent updates are desirable.
In this view here, we see the Blue Marble next generation from NASA with shaded elevation data from the Shuttle Radar Topological mission. As an example of importing map data into Gnosis, we will bring in parts of the public domain Natural Earth dataset. Here we can see one of the raster layer from Natural Earth. Now we're looking at labeled vector areas of the countries of the world. Let's add subdivisions such as provinces and regions. Now let's add urban areas. All styles such as the yellow fill color are fully customizable. Here we've added a few major cities, filtering smaller population places by the scale rank data attribute included in the Natural Earth dataset. Here we have added the road vector line features. Now we're displaying bathymetry with different fill colors being applied to different sea depths. And now we've added rivers and lakes features.
Applications built with Gnosis have the potential to be fully interactive. It is possible to identify any visual elements being touched or clicked. Special styles can be applied to selected elements at runtime, and data attributes associated with geometry can be queried.
Styles can be modified in real time within an application. Here we are modifying the opacity of the subregions layers. Now we are modifying the color of area edges and now the fill opacity for the regions layer. Labeling is also fully dynamic. Here we just replace the short form name of countries with their formal names. It is possible to interact with high-resolution 3D terrain data such as this model here generated from a point cloud dataset to trace features and create vector geometry.
By making extensive use of multi-resolution tiling, Gnosis is able to achieve optimal performance at any scale, from a view of the entire globe down to a ground view of high-resolution data. This multi-resolution tiling is automatically used whether dealing with vector, raster, or elevation data.
Here we can see a high-resolution vector area maps representing land coverage, using a style sheet assigning particular fill colors to areas representing different types of vegetation. Gnosis is able to achieve good performance with this high-resolution vector map because it applies multi-resolution tiling to vector data as well. Gnosis dynamically optimizes the terrain mesh to adapt to how abrupt each area of the terrain is. The level of detail of the dynamic terrain can also be adjusted based on hardware capabilities. For example, here we are showing going from low resolution, now to medium resolution, and now high resolution. Here is low again, with triangulation being shown, and now medium, and high resolution. Gnosis offers many ways to present elevation data in addition to being visualized as 3D terrain. Shading can be applied with a number of options which can all be controlled in real time. For example, the depth here, which will affect which level of steepness will create shadows. Here we can see the elevation angle of the light source being modified. Now we're adjusting the azimuth of the light source. We can also apply different color ramps to the elevation data, where specific elevations will produce predefined colors. A custom shading ramp can also be specified, preventing unshaded areas to go too dark, and making it possible to apply a shading layers on top of layers underneath.
Gnosis is able to achieve performance even on mobile devices such as Android tablets.
Because of its high optimization potential, Gnosis is capable of achieving good performance on embedded devices with graphical processing units, such as this Odroid device. Gnosis is thus the ideal software component to enable 3D maps in end consumer products.
For those of you looking for a complete solution without getting involved in low-level software development, we offer our services covering the entire development process. We will work with you to first clarify and establish your requirements, and then thanks to our vast expertise and our readily available visualization toolkit, we will be in a position to rapidly put together a prototype that will demonstrate the functionality you can expect. Our technology would be ideal for various domains of applied geomatics, including agriculture, environmental assessment, geology, mineral, oil and gas prospection, and virtual surveying. We look forward to help you build a solution perfectly suited to your particular needs.